Well, yesterday, Eric talked about how it's important for you guys to kind of pressure the quarterback, make him make bad decisions and quick decisions. How important is it to get that pressure on a young guy like that?
I think it's very important in every game. It can be very dangerous. The quarterback usually knows the offense pretty well. He knows what his spots and defense are going to be. He knows how he can make plays against that defense. So if we're able to get in the backfield and kind of hurry that process up for him, kind of deter things.
Have you played a quarterback? He's huge, like that big with size.
I don't think so. Jameis is probably the closest to his size. But I mean, like I said, we just gotta. If we do get in the backfield, we got to bring him down. He does a great job making guys miss, so we can't just arm tackle guys. So it's gonna be a great effort from us.
Is this the best offense that you guys have seen on tape so far this season?
Yeah, it's next game, so it's got to be the best, right? I mean, they're not in the national championship for no reason. They fought long and hard all season to get where they are. So I mean, it's gonna be a great game for them. They got to come out and compete.
We hear a lot of guys talking about how close this team is, how much of a bond you guys have together. Was there one moment you can point to this season where you guys kind of gelled together?
I don't want to say one moment because I feel like it's been a process from the very beginning in off-season training in the winter. Guys kind of just understood that it had to be different. We need to change some things if we want to get where we are today. So it's something we've been working on for a while, and I just think over time it's been getting better and better.
And what makes this team so close?
I just think the culture. It's a family environment. You guys understand that everybody buys into the system and understands what things are supposed to look like. And if something's not looking right, then somebody's going to speak up and say something about it. And we just don't let the little things go. Or we try our best not to, because I feel like if you want to be an elite team, little things are really important to do.
National title game coming up now. I mean, you guys start up here in August. It's such a long process, and it's so hard to get here. Is it almost surreal at this point that you're 4 days away from playing in this gigantic game?
Not to me. Football's football. We got a game to play. It's strictly business, so I don't want to get caught up in the glitz and glamour like, oh my gosh, we're playing a national championship, because I think that's where teams lose. I know Ohio State's not going to give us a walk in the park. It's going to be a tough game. They're going to come out and compete, so we're going to come out and compete as well.
What have you seen? You've studied them. Now you've got the game plan essentially in, right?
Yeah.
What are the challenges? What are the little details that you're going to have to start paying attention to?
I think they have some dynamic players. They have a great scheme on offense. They can make plays all over the field. And I mean, they're down to the third quarterback and they're still winning games. So it kind of goes to show you what kind of team they are. They're going to play hard. They're going to compete. They're going to make plays. I mean, we got to do our best to limit that defensively.
What did the Alabama game reveal to you? What did their Sugar Bowl game reveal to you in terms of, was there anything new that you hadn't seen before? Or
well, I haven't really been following Ohio State throughout the season, so I'm not exactly sure. I kind of just got up on them now since we're playing them, so I'm not really sure how to answer that question.
As good as they are, why will you beat them?
I'll tell you that after the game.
Are you superstitious at all?
No.
So the SI picking you to win 45-41 on the cover.
I don't know. If that's what they think, that's cool. But we got a game to play. That's what I'm focused on.
Okay. How does this week feel different from the Rose Bowl? Rose Bowl, there's a lot more.
I think in terms of like the week up before the game, doesn't feel too much different. We're practicing exactly the same. Still same intensity, still same kind of mindset. So I don't think there's a whole bunch of change. I guess it's just a different climate, really. We're playing in the cold rather than being in the 60-70 degree weather. We weren't Pasadena, but at the end of the day, it just comes down to practicing hard and just focusing on football.
is it the same as preparing for South Dakota? I mean, it's been a long season. You guys have had adversity, but is what you do in practice, hour by hour or day by day, the same as when you were preparing for Wyoming or South Dakota?
Yeah, it's the same thing. I just think when we go to our team periods, we see different plays, but the shape of practice is the same. Still doing the same drills. Not much has changed.
Is that important in the big scheme of things? Keeping
I think
things
so.
the same? Tell me
Yeah,
why.
I just think being consistent is key in this game. You got to stick to what you're good at. You can't get into a game like this and think you need to change everything up because it's a national title game. But at the end of the day, we're still playing Oregon football. You know what I mean? So stick to what you know.
Do you let yourself, end of practice, walking in between classes, do you let yourself soak in the moment that you guys are back in this game ever?
Well, I don't have any classes since I'm graduated, so I mean, I guess so. But like I said, I don't want to get caught up in like just being a national championship. It's a football game we got to play, so that's what my focus is. Doing all I can to get myself and my teammates ready to go out and compete.
How have you guys managed to just get better every week? It seems like every week you guys have taken positive steps forward. What's been that process?
I just think it's a mindset, honestly. Like I said, it's the culture here. Guys understand what it needs to look like, and we just kind of work towards it.
Have you guys kind of fed off maybe some of the doubters out there that criticize the defense for putting up too many yards? Do you guys kind of use that as motivation?
I mean, I can't speak for the rest of the team, but I don't. Like I said, we're gonna. Outside voice are gonna say whatever, depending on who we play that week. We're good one week, we're great the next week, we're terrible one week. So I mean, however they feel is how it's gonna go. But at the end of the day, we just gotta focus on ourselves. All right,
Thanks, Tony.